Hello, and we're back, and last time we made health for both our player and the enemy. This time we're going to pretty much wrap our game together. So what I want to start with is making invisible walls. So the first thing we're going to do is go to resources and we're going to create a sprite. We're just going to call this sprite block. We'll edit it and we'll go to file and new. We'll press OK. And in this image 0, we're just going to fill it with a color. I'll choose pink. So we'll press the check mark, we'll press check again, and then we'll press OK. And then we'll go to resources and we'll create an object. And we'll just call this object block. We'll go to sprite and we'll make sure to select our sprite block. And we'll check this box that says solid. We'll press OK. And in our object player, we're going to add a collision event with object block. So we're going to add event, collision, object block. And we're in the jump section of the move tab, we're going to move this action that says move to contact. We'll say direction. In the direction, we're just going to spell out the word direction. Everything else looks right, so we'll press OK. So just to show you an example, we'll place these in the room. Let's place a little bit up here so that you can see. We'll try it out in our room. And when we go there, as you can see, the invisible wall is stopping us from proceeding. But right now, it's not very invisible. You can still see it. Okay, so when we went into our room, the wall wasn't very invisible. So, an incredibly easy to overlook way to fix this is just go to our object, and in this box that says visible, we'll just uncheck it. So, for our object spawn enemy and our object spawn UFO, we're going to do the same thing. So now let's see how that looks in the game. So there's an invisible wall, and we don't see the spawners, so it looks a lot more, well, like a video game. Okay, so now that we have our invisible wall working, we're just going to have to place these in our room, and once you're done with that, we're going to start adding sounds to our game. So here in this folder that says sounds, or in resources, we can just create sound, and we'll call this sound sound laser. We'll load a sound, in the sound folder, and we'll just select laser. We'll press OK. And in our objects, we'll go to object bullet. And in this create event, down here in the main 1 tab, you'll see this section that says sound. We'll just put play sound. And this will just show you your selection of sounds. Right now we only have one sound, which is sound laser, so we'll just select that. And for loop, it's false. We'll press OK. And let's see how that looks in our game. Now our laser should be, well, making a sound every single time we shoot it. So now that our laser makes a sound, we're going to add the background music to our game. So we'll go back to resources, we'll create a sound, and we'll call this sound sound music. We'll load a sound, and we'll just select the music. We'll press OK. And here in the object count, in the create event, we'll just play sound, and we'll play the sound music. We'll make sure that the loop is true. Now all that means is that after the song ends, it'll just loop over to the beginning. We'll press OK, and we'll press OK. Press start and see how that sounds in the game. Okay, so we are almost done. We're just going to add the finishing touches to our game. So in room 1, make sure you finish making that invisible wall. And for level 2, we're just going to put the spawn enemies and spawn UFOs in however order you like. Don't forget to put the invisible wall in the front too. Let's just put it outside the room. So this is just going to ask to delete the stuff outside the room. We'll press no. So after you're done setting all that up, we're going to make it so that you can actually beat the game. So we'll go to Object Portal, and when you collide with your object player, it'll go to the next room. Instead, we're going to put in the main 1 tab. Here it'll say check next. If next room exists, go to next room. Then we'll go to control, and in this other section, there's this action that just says else. So for else, we're going to put, if we go to score, show high score, and in main 2, restart game. Now we want both of these actions to happen, so we're going to block them together. And all blocking is taking these arrows and surrounding whatever actions. That way, if you were to check a room, you can make multiple things happen at once. Right now, we're just saying else. We want these 2 actions to happen. So we'll put start block on top of show high score and end block below restart game. We'll press OK. And now let's try to beat our game. Right now the portal still spawns like immediately, so I can just show you. And there's a high score, and I'm able to enter my name. Okay, so our game is pretty much done. The last thing we're going to do is make it so that our portal doesn't spawn immediately. So we'll go back to our object portal sleep, and we'll just set that alarm back to, let's make it, since there's 30 steps in each second, we can make it 3,000 steps, which is about 100 seconds. We'll press OK, and we'll press OK again. So right now our game is pretty much done. I'll just go over what we did so far. We made an object, a player that moved. We made a button that shot a bullet and had a collision event with the enemy. We made health bar and lives, invisible walls, and ways to get through multiple levels. Finally, we're just going to save our game, and I look forward to doing this again. Goodbye.